everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show 7 different types of Trailmakers players, ranging from the beginner to the expert. Sit back, relax, eat popcorn or maybe some Lay's. Actually, Ruffles sound kind of good. Yeah, eat some Ruffles. The first type of player I'm going to be covering is the beginner. The beginner doesn't know that he can make any type of vehicle other than cars. And also, he doesn't know how to do basic things for cars like steering. When a player is in the beginner phase of Trailmakers, they don't know most of the possibilities and are just focused on cars. They often use the auto build feature first and then decide to try and make their own vehicle. When the beginner sees how slow the auto build car is, they are inspired and they go to make their own vehicle that's a lot faster. They go to the engine category and they see the Dragon engine. They add one to their car to see how fast it goes, and they're amazed whenever their car goes around 100 miles per hour. Not having enough speed, the beginner goes and adds more Dragon engines to their build. Car looks a little weird, but the beginner is very happy with how much faster the car goes. After long of driving their new fast car, they realize that they can't turn very much, and then they go to fix that. When the beginner tries to make their own car, they make an unusually long car. After they add the body, they add some wheels. The beginner doesn't know it yet, but they just missed a vital step in making a good car. After they add the wheels, they go into build mode and realize that they aren't moving. After 30 seconds of sitting there, they realize that they need a bunch of engines, so they add 2 Dragon engines. They're very surprised by how fast their car goes with only 2 engines. Shortly after, the beginner realizes that their car can't turn and they go to fix it. They find a block called the steering hinge and try putting it on their vehicle. To their surprise, it doesn't make them turn. The beginner goes back into build mode and tries to put the steering hinge in a place where it will work. After lots of trial and error, the beginner finally figures out how to put the steering hinges in the correct place. They are very pleased whenever their car turns, but they've encountered a new problem. The next type of Trailmakers player I'll be covering is a functionist. They don't care how their build looks, they just care that it works. It's very apparent that the functionist doesn't care how their build looks. You can see it in all of their builds. This functionist build has a hole through the middle of the plane. The plane works fine, so the functionist is happy. He doesn't care how it looks, just as long as it works. The functionist about never shows any care for paint. Sometimes they will, but usually they don't. It's very clear that the functionist doesn't give any slight care about how their build looks, and they're happy, completely happy, as long as your build works. The look doesn't matter to them a single bit. The next type of Trailmakers player I'll be covering is the formist. The formist is the opposite of the functionist. They don't care how their build works, they just care that it looks good. It's easy to tell whenever someone's a formist. If their build doesn't work good, but it looks good, that means that they're most likely a formist, or at least they did their vehicle in a formist format. Gosh, I'm saying for a lot. It's very easy to tell if someone's a formist by watching them move. If they're flying a plane, and they have very bad flying, you can go ahead and assume that they're a formist, because they only care about the looks. They don't care about how good they are at flying. The next type of Trailmakers player I'll be covering is the overdoer. Some traits of the overdoer is, well, they overdo things, whether it be in function, or in style, or in anything else. Trust me, they will overdo it. One thing that overdoers do a lot is use logic gates to do things that can already be done with blocks in the game. One of the best examples of the overdoer is whenever they do something that could be very simple, but they use logic to make it more complex, and even make it look better with all their logic. Whenever there's a whole entire motherboard inside of a plane, you might figure it does something really important, but you know what it really does? It stabilizes the vehicle just as good as an auto stabilizer. There's two different types of overdoers and Trailmakers. One type who does everything to make himself have a challenge, and the other type who does everything to make others confused and make his build look like it's super complex and every single piece of logic is completely needed. Put simply, the overdoer really overdoes things, needed or not needed. The overdoer also overdoes style in a lot of ways, such as this car that has an unusually long spoiler. You can tell it's not really needed, as, well, it's kind of making the vehicle not work as good. This is the third secret type of overdoer. They like overdoing things for the look. One of the last types of Trailmakers players I'll be covering is the glitch hunter. The glitch hunter loves using glitches, obviously. The glitch hunter mainly focuses on using glitches for speed, such as UFO engines or the zero drag glitch. The glitch hunter doesn't feel any pity for using glitches, which, not that I can blame him, they're very cool, but still. One of the main traits of the glitch hunter is that he loves defying the laws of physics for speed. One of the roots of being a Trailmakers player is that you love making fast builds, so you can't really blame the glitch hunter. The last type of Trailmakers players that I'll be covering is the tank guy. The tank guy loves very balanced builds, and we've all encountered him before. He says there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to use his build in a completely fair fight. By the small amount of crosshairs on the screen, you can tell that the tank guy has a very balanced build. By the fleet of cannon fire, you can tell that most vehicles wouldn't take too much damage from this. The tank guy believes his build would be very balanced and fair in a fight, but whenever he puts his build on a car, for some reason it tips over. It's odd because with how small his build is, you'd figure it would be able to stay on top of a car.